Hi everyone, Heidi here from Minds Connect. I've been out on my beautiful morning walk through some beautiful bushland right near me in Australia. Very blessed to live here, and I am dropping in here today another life lesson, a life lesson live at a slightly different time. That's okay. So I hope this is reaching you well and you're safe wherever you are in the world. Today's life lesson is around depression and dealing with depression in your life. Now, I don't know the actual stats on it, so I can't quote them to you. I'm sure we could all look them up in our different countries where we live as to how many people there are that actually are dealing with depression in any month, any year. I know that in Australia, where I live, the rate of depression has definitely been increasing, and it's often known as a silent illness, and it's kind of it's not very nice having it termed as an illness. It can be quite a trigger, that word illness, or because when you're dealing with depression, you then think that there's something wrong with you by someone terming it that this is what it is. They label you, and then they term it as an illness, a mental illness. When, in my experience with depression, on my own journey with it, since the age of 9, I have battled in and out and gone through my own struggles, if you will, around depression and dealing with it in different ways, starting from things like it being connected with grief, from the death of family members, which is a very normal occurrence in most of our lives. We have to deal with that cycle of life and death. And how we move through it and how we are supported through it in childhood from our parents can really shape how this ends up playing out in your life and what you come to believe with what is acceptable and what is an okay behaviour, what's appropriate and what's not. It really shapes who you become. Now, I'm not blaming anyone. I spent a lot of my life blaming other people for the way that I felt, and this in coaching terms is known as playing a victim, acting like a victim, or playing under the line, if you like, under the line thinking, blaming other people for your own thoughts, your own actions, your own behaviours, even the way that life is happening for you. When you're a victim, you start to play it out in your head that everything is happening to you and that the whole world is against you, when in actual fact it's not really like that at all. You're just telling yourself this beautiful story in your mind, and you really get caught up in the loop in your mind, and it's a deep, dark hole. So, what gives me the right to talk about depression, also, you might be wondering, is, yes, I've had my own journey with it. Yes, I've had times when, as an adult, I've been medicated for it. And I'm really, really happy to share now that it has been a whole year since I have been off any kind of medication for depression or anxiety. I was on quite high doses in the last couple of years when I went through some really huge life changes. Hi, Doreen. Yeah, so we get to choose in any moment how we show up, how we do our life, how we do things. So I don't want this to go on for too long, this live, but I did want to speak into and just open up this space for people to start sharing and opening up, being vulnerable, knowing that I have been through my own depression, and no depression between two people is ever the same. It's always different because your own experiences shape your experience with depression. And just know that you're not alone. There are people like me out here. If you need to reach out and you're coming across this video, either on Facebook or YouTube, please reach out. If for nothing else, it's just somebody else to talk to. Also, I like to be able to point people in a direction that they can receive assistance or help if they need it. I'm also in a position where now, as a master coach, I work with people on shifting the story in your mind, getting out of that loop, breaking those habits, breaking the thought patterns. We actually work even deeper than that in my sessions. We work with head, heart and gut, even the pelvic brain or intelligence, and it's a whole body reset. It's a whole body reset, because let's face it, you're not just a head, are you? You're not just your thoughts. It's a huge part of it. It's a really huge part of it, especially when you're stuck in a depression of any kind. Doesn't matter if it's mild or severe, it's still very real to you, and you're experiencing that right now. So, or maybe you know someone who's experiencing that. Even children can experience it. You know, I experienced it since the age of 9, that I can identify, and it's nobody's fault. It just is. And once I made peace with that, and peace with myself about that, things really started to shift for me. I sought out my own coaches. I also started my own coaching journey to help other people like me. So if you are one of those beautiful people like me who is becoming aware that you have issues around and you're having real experiences around depression or anxiety, please reach out. I'm here. I would love to get in contact with you to see how I can offer my services to help you. You know, this is the whole reason I got into this, was to be able, obviously, to help myself first out of this deep, dark well that I was in. And boy, was it deep and dark, you know. And then after that, to be able to then help other people like me out of their deep, dark well as well, so that, you know, together we can lift each other and show other people. So even just making a difference in one person's life, to me, is so valuable. It's invaluable. There is no, there's nothing quite like it when you feel the shift in somebody else, and that you know you've helped make that difference, and that person is then now on their way. So I'll be dropping some more tips and strategies in here on my business page to come in the coming days. I did make a commitment to make 30 days of life lessons live, and yes, I'm having a human experience too, so I dropped the ball on that a little, and that's perfectly okay. I had a couple of days where I needed to reset, and, you know, coming back to it, I feel amazing. So I will leave you with one little tip with depression that helped me. It may help you, so it might be worth a try. Remembering and respecting that we're all going through this in different ways, is that if you're having trouble getting out of bed in the morning, which was one of the things that I struggled with for a long time, I came across a beautiful method by Mel Robbins. She has this rule. It's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, up, go. And she devised that to stop procrastinating on things. And when you're in that space, which I was familiar with, where you wake up in the morning and straight away your thoughts start attacking you, and you start running that old story of, oh, I'm not worthy, I don't want to get up, who would want to see me, I don't know why I'm here, I don't know what I'm going to do today. If you're running any of those stories, which I used to run on a daily basis, if you're running those in the morning when you're waking up before your feet even hit the ground, use the 5-second rule. Give that a go this week. Give it a go just even for the next couple of days. You know, you need to start chunking it and setting yourself small little goals. Don't set yourself big goals, because you'll get overwhelmed and then you'll set yourself up to fail and then you feel miserable. Been there, done that. I don't advise you do that. So I definitely would invite you to have a go at 5, 4, 3, 2. As soon as you wake up, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, up you get, and you're up. Especially if you're in that space where you're finding it hard to get up. Know that you are worthy, you are loved, you are supported. There are people out there waiting to hear exactly what you have to offer. The message that you bring is so unique to this world. And that's what really pushes me on. All right. Love you lots. Wishing you the most wonderful day wherever you are. Thank you for the beautiful comments, Doreen and Nicola. You can find me on Facebook with Minds Connect Coaching, and also on Minds Connect Coaching on YouTube now. So if you haven't already hopped over there, hop over there, check it out. There are some guided meditations on there as well. And subscribe. Share with all your friends. The more we can get this word out to help other people, the better. All right. Namaste.